Good morning. Let's begin in a comfortable seated or laying down position with our eyes closed and allowing the body to relax. Let's begin with the breath. Taking a nice long inhale in through the nose, pulling it to the back of the throat, letting the body fill up. And when you exhale, release out the mouth, let it all go. Another inhale in through the nose, pulling that breath into the back of the throat, letting it fill up and expand in the body. And when you exhale, release out the mouth, let it all go. Last inhale, pulling that breath in through the nose to the back of the throat, filling up. And when you exhale, release out the mouth. And you can repeat after me for our grounding and protection affirmation. If there's a word that resonates with you more than God, feel free to replace it. Source, goddess, creator, the one, anything like that. But you can repeat after me. I am of God and the unity of all there is. I ground and harmonize myself to my body and to Mother Earth. I call on my angels and guides of God of the light to protect me in all totality, to protect my connection and my light, making me invisible to anything less than for my highest good. And I do not consent to the inorganic or negatively polarized timeline. And you can breathe that in. And we're going to pull a clarifying, cleansing, purifying energy down from the most pristine reaches of the universe. Pulling this energy down our head, relaxing our muscles in our scalp and in our face and our jaw. Pulling this down past our neck, down our shoulders, allowing the shoulders to roll open and back. Down our arms, all the way opening our hands, opening to receive. Down the front of our chest and our upper back. Down our mid back and torso. Down our low back and into the hips. Into the thighs, the knees. Down the calves, into the ankles. And all the way down to the feet. With the small feet muscles on the bottom of each foot opening, relaxing, and allowing energy to flow. With your awareness at your feet, become aware of the bottom of each foot. See yourself, feel yourself walking on an earthen path. Feel the soil, the vegetation beneath your feet. Feeling how grounded you are. How connected, how stable as you walk down this path. Until it takes you to our sacred space. And when you reach the door to that sacred space, if you can see the doorknob open and enter, and as you close the door behind you, you look around and see the sacred water source off to the left with that magical looking glass feature in the middle, almost like a space view of Mother Earth. You see the communal bonfire in front of you, like the fires our ancestors have sat around for millennia. You see the crystal castle off in the distance and all of the lush vegetation, the plants, the sun, the sereneness, the beauty. How just being in spaces like this are recharging, re energizing, and reunifying within ourself. And as you stand in the sacred space, walk over to the communal bonfire, stand in front of it, and we're going to pull Mother Earth, like a view of Mother Earth above the bonfire. And the thing is, we cannot give the world something we do not have. We cannot find something we do not know how to identify or look for. We cannot give what we do not have. And so, to create unity in the world, we have to create unity within ourselves. Our microcosm is a reflection of the macrocosm and vice versa. We are seeing an unstable society because so many individuals are unstable in their emotions, their thoughts, and their actions, as in they're not in integrity with one another. Their words do not match their thoughts, do not match their actions. And so this creates disharmony within the self. And that is all that they can give the world is disharmony outside of themselves. And so I want to begin to bridge the gap within ourselves, the places where we have rejected aspects of ourselves. And so I want you to imagine almost like you are a blooming onion. I want you to imagine all of the aspects of yourself that you have rejected, whether you have rejected memories or certain things you have done. You have rejected certain desires and wishes. You have rejected certain personality aspects, believing that they are bad. The things you have buried within yourself, that society or your loved ones or people who did not know how to love, those that taught you it was unsafe to embody these things. Perhaps it's your sensuality. Perhaps it's vulnerability. Perhaps it's your emotions. But notice all of the things you have rejected within yourself that are pushed out away from you like a blooming onion. The more rejected they are, the more space there is between you and them. But notice how they are still attached to you at your root, at the core of who you are. They are still attached to you. And so you are draining energy into these things that are not flowing back into you, that are not creating anything positive for you, that are not in harmony with yourself. What we resist persists. And so ignoring, resisting, pretending these things don't exist, never looking at them, putting them off till tomorrow, etc., allows them to persist in this form, in this manner. And so if you're not ready to forgive, you can say, I am learning to forgive. I am learning to love. I am learning to do these things. Or you can ask your God to do the forgiveness and the loving for you until you can learn how. But to create the world we want to see, our inner world has to be in harmony with those things. We cannot expect others to accept or to unify with other human beings when they cannot even accept or unify with aspects of themselves. And so it begins with us, as always. Look at these different aspects of yourself, identify them, those that have been rejected, those that are reaching out to be loved, to be heard and seen. Recognize what they are and tell them, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for rejecting you. I'm sorry for not having different tools. I'm sorry. I didn't know how to do anything else at the time. I'm sorry I pushed you away. I'm sorry I was afraid. Please forgive me. Forgive me for my humanness. Forgive me for my fear. For the times that I listened to others over myself. Forgive me for the things I did when I didn't know what I was doing. Thank you. Thank you for your forgiveness. Thank you for the lessons because there is a learning aspect. There is a seed point that contributes to our evolution and our ascension in each one of these aspects. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the lessons. Thank you for the teachings. But I no longer have to drain my energy into these things. And I love you. I love you because you are still a part of me. I love you because you had lessons to learn. I love you because this was on the path, this was on the mission. I love you because there are seeds of light within you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you, and I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you, and I love you. And now we're going to pull down unconditional source love to help us with this today. We're going to pull in like a pink energy, a loving energy, a forgiveness energy. Feel this coming down into the top of your head, radiating out of your heart, mixing with your own forgiveness, love, and compassion to create, to grow these things inside of you. See it grow and grow and grow. See it expanding and encompassing. So big that the aspects, so big that the aspects that were once rejected are enveloped into this growing, glowing, unconditional love and forgiveness radiating out of your heart. And so much so that it causes that space between you and those rejected aspects to diminish, almost as if it is shrinking the space between, as if it is calling those aspects back to you, harmonizing them in their highest essence for your highest good, purifying, cleansing them, bringing them up to their highest state where you can get the positives, the lessons, the seeds of light, the growth spurts and evolution and ascension as they unify into your being, purified in the energies and the waves of unconditional love and forgiveness, cleansing, coming back into harmony, into a state of harmonious, organic, and divine unity until you are a ball of love, of light and love. And as you now embody unity, a strong, stronger sense of unity, of harmony, of connection, we will offer this to the world as well. And so, in that Mother Gaia and that Mother Earth above the communal bonfire in front of you, we're going to pull down these same unconditional love, the same unconditional love and forgiveness that will give humans the opportunity to overcome their rejected aspects, to overcome the distance, the disharmony, the interference that prevents them from connecting fully. And as we pull this unconditional love and forgiveness and compassion down, this pink energy, watching it fill and wrap itself around the entire planet, we put in it the words, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, and I love you. These words of liberation. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, and I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, and I love you. Seeing that wrap around the earth, seeing those that also are a blooming onion, seeing that they have the opportunity, the skill set, the signs, the messages, the synchronicities to heal themselves, to connect, to unify with all aspects of themselves, to call their energy back to themselves, to be a unified field, a closed circuit, instead of draining energy off into these untethered, ununified, disconnected aspects. Seeing how you are giving that to all, seeing it wrap around. And we'll leave that there for them, swirling around. It's available to your loved ones, to acquaintances, to strangers, to your favorite grocery store worker, to your favorite barista, to your favorite car mechanic, to your favorite neighbor, to your favorite coworker, and your least favorite, but it's available to all. And you embodying that energy first allows you to ripple that out into your world. It is hard for people to imagine something for themselves that they cannot see in others. And so we thank Mother Earth, we thank the universe, we thank our source energy, we thank ourselves, we thank each other, allowing that universal energy, that loving and forgiveness energy to continue to pour over Mother Earth for the next 24 hours until we meet back again for our day 40. Thanking yourself for showing up, for doing the work, walking back to the entrance where you came in, opening the door, finding yourself back on the path and closing the door behind you, walking down that earthen path that you came in on, feeling the soil beneath your feet, the vegetation, coming back into the space where you are, feeling your body resting, becoming aware of the sounds around you, coming back to your senses as you take a deep, enlivening breath in, feeling that source energy, that life that is all around you, filling up your lungs, coming back to your senses as you exhale. Thank you so much, my friends. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for joining me. Day 39. One more day, our last day, 40 days of peace gathering. I highly, highly recommend um, doing a 40-day initiation for whatever feels appropriate for you, for your spiritual practice or your religious practice or your nature practice, whatever it may be. But it's a magic sequence, and I could not have done it without you. Thank you so much for joining me. Our combined efforts make a difference. The compounding of energy makes a difference. This is why it's important to be aware what groups, what feelings, what programs or agendas we are giving our energy to, because a collective energy is very powerful. So it's important to be aware where and to whom we are giving our energy. So thank you so much. I'm so incredibly grateful for you. And I will be with you tomorrow, 7:15, for day 40 of our 40 days of peace gathering, Planet Peace. It is a full moon and a lunar eclipse tomorrow. So it shall be very potent. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will be with you so soon.